Okay, you'll be using iMovie to edit your video that you use in your music technology, documentary, or music video. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is go to File, New Project. All right, here they'll give you some themes. Most likely you want to choose no theme. All right, you want to set your aspect ratio and your frame rates. Okay, the cool thing about iMovie is that if your video is in a different frame rate, it'll convert it for you. It'll give you a prompt to change it later in the project. So right now we don't need to worry about it. Let's go ahead and create. Oh, before we do that, let's do a name. Let's name our project. Sorry. So let's name this. Let's say music tech project example. Create. Okay. Here, it'll clear your bin. Um, and then once you're ready to import your video, that maybe you might have recorded from your video camera or your still camera that does video as well, you can, if it's an SD card, insert it into the Mac. You'll go here to iMovie, over to File, down to Import, and you'll click on Movies. The dialog box will come up, and wherever you have that saved, that's where you'll choose. For this example, I'll just choose some footage that I did a while back in our project. Let's see. Okay, let's choose this footage I did a while back, alright? Let's say we want to choose a different number of clips from here. Alright, you just select the clips. If you want to select multiple clips, you can press down the control button and click the clips that you want, and you can bring in more than one at a time. So I'll just choose a couple here. Something I did with a friend of mine's band. Okay, down here, you want to save it to your Mac hard drive. You want to create a new event for where you're storing this footage. So let's say music tech project again. Okay, and it'll ask you if you want to copy the files or move the files. In this instance, we'll say we want to copy the files, and we'll import. It might take a couple minutes to import it. The video has finished. You can add your imported video down to your timeline. Okay, so all you would do is just highlight here, take as much as the clip as you want, highlight it, drag it down, point and click it down to the first free area down here. Now as you see, it says frame rate needs to be different. This is what I told you in the beginning, how it would change it for you. All you have to do is click change and it'll be done. When you go here, once you get to this point, you can play your video. You can go to different parts of it. And then with, say we wanted to take another piece of a clip, drag it down, and we wanted to put a transition on it. We can put text in it. We can add pictures. This might be where you want to add a picture from your Photoshop. From your Photoshop photos, you can add your track on top of it that you create in Garageband. But for now, we're just going to add a transition. They have plenty of different transitions here. Let's try to swap. You plug it in between the two different clips to make it move smooth, like so, like this. So when it gets to the end of that clip, it'll move to the next with this transition. All right, let's stop that. This transition can be made a little bit longer if you want to by clicking on duration. And let's say you want it to be, instead of 5 seconds, you want it to be, or 0.5 seconds, you want it to be 5 seconds. Just, oh, I'll put 50, I'm sorry, just 5. Put too many. Alright, and it'll make the transition a little bit longer. Alright, you don't want to apply that to all your transitions because you might want different duration times on your different clips. So let's watch that again. Now for a music video, that might not be what you want to do. You might just want to be able to jump from clip to clip like this. Alright, but while doing your project, you want to make sure that everything lines up perfectly, all the voicing and just the whole concept lines up. Alright, this has just been a little introductory tutorial towards iMovie. I'll provide a link to lynda.com for further help. Okay, now we will be looking at Garageband. For Garageband, when you open it up, you'll be given this screen. What you want to do next is click New Project. It'll ask you what type of project you want to create. Alright, if you're doing a documentary, you might want to select movie. If you're doing a music video where you want to create your music, alright, let's talk about a little about GarageBand. Okay, in GarageBand, when you open it up, you'll be given this screen first. You want to click on New Project, okay, which we're already there, and then it'll have different templates that help you get started. Okay, for this one, let's just click on keyboard collection. Okay, it'll ask you to save it. Right now, I'm just going to save it as my song on my desktop. Alright, you can select what key it's in, the time you want the song to be in. Okay, now that we have the session created and kind of your instruments and your tempo and stuff set, we can now record. Okay, to do that, you will come over here, select a sound. All right. So we have different over here. You have different sounds. Go through and find what works for you. All right. Most of the time when I start out with my bass line. All right. Well, this is how it works for now. All right. You want to make sure that you're all the way back to measure 1. Click your record button by either clicking it here or pressing R on your keyboard. It'll give you your tempo with the metronome, so you can start playing. Alright? So whatever you come up with and want to play, when you play it back, it'll be right there ready for you. It'll be right there when you're finished. Alright? So if you want to put something on top of that, some strings, you can do so. As it goes through, just make sure you line it up perfectly. Alright. Just a quick little example of how to just add different layers, okay? Like I said in the tutorial before, I'll direct you to lynda.com for more information about the different ins and outs of iMovie. I'm sorry, not iMovie, but GarageBand that will help you with this project.